Well, hey everybody, this is Charles Harper, and this is another episode of PLR Show. And I want to tackle a specific subject, and whether or not the you could call it the bandwagon or whatever you want to call it, the trend of using AI and getting into using it in particular for products that you are creating. And I just want to just kind of maybe just take a detour and just think about whether or not it's got to be mandatory. And before you rush to get into it and to learn how to use it in order to create products, whether or not you're going to do it faster, there are some other considerations. And one of the things is whether or not you still are looking to be an expert. And I think you still do need to be, or you want to be, an expert in your particular market, your particular niche. The other thing is to really start thinking about is whether or not you want to position yourself as being the person who knows AI. And again, I've created my own products on AI, PLR in particular. I've just chosen not to be the person that's going to have all of the answers about AI. I want to do more than that, even though we do produce products on AI. And I know that, that there is Dan Kennedy who says that, sometimes, the herd is wrong. And sometimes the herd is ahead of itself. Sometimes the herd is behind itself. And sometimes the herd may be right, but it just may not be right for you. And so I would just want to caution you from doing it without thought, doing it without considering how you're going to use it, doing it without considering whether or not there's a better way to spend your time. In particular, if you've not yet even positioned yourself, in a particular marketplace. And I'd say in the make money online market in particular, I don't know that it's necessary to have a position per se. It certainly does help to have one, but I don't know that it's mandatory. But at the same time, though, depending on this technology, in order to create the products, in order for you to generate, what it is that you're going to produce, means that you're subject to anything that happens to it. You're subject to any limitations it has. You're subject to anything that happens to ChatGPT or any of these chat platforms. And I don't think that you want, again, any force other than your market position that you build up to be kind of at the head of your business. And so it's just a thought. And again, I don't think it makes sense to avoid AI. I don't think that it makes sense to say that you're not ever going to use it. I think that it just makes sense to be smart about it and to make sure that you don't just go blindly rushing in to getting it into your particular products and getting it into your marketing strategy. You don't have to factor it in. There are other ways for you to position yourself so that you are the person to go to for a particular market or niche. And whether you choose to use AI in order to produce what you're selling, it does not have to necessarily be that. And I know I've seen a number of discussions where people are saying that this is what you're going to have to do. And again, I would just caution you by saying you have to do it. I don't like limits on saying anything that I have to do. I'm going to say that you don't have to do it. You're always going to be better off developing some place in the market where people have got to come to you to get one thing that they want. And I think that in some cases it may be that in a particular market, even if it's a specific area of the make money online market, I think that you can actually pitch yourself as an anti-AI guy or an anti-AI lady, where you're going to say, well, we don't use it at all. Maybe that's what you're going to do. So again, just don't think that you have to use it. Just don't think that you've got to go blindly rushing in and that you've got to adopt it. It could be that the position you take could be something totally different than everybody else is taking. And again, I would just draw you to the attention. You can I'm probably not doing the quote justice that, if everybody's doing something, and I think that Dan Kennedy got that from Earl Nightingale, if everybody's doing something, you can for sure know that that's the thing that you don't want to do. And again, I'm not saying that's going to be the case with AI. I have created products on it myself, but be cautious and be determined to develop a market position so that you do not have to depend on that platform in order to be the person that you're going to be in the marketplace. You are in the business of being you more than anything else. And I think that Ben Settle says that in a lot of his writings, that your number one task in a personal brand like ours is for you to be yourself, is to focus on top version of yourself so that you can attract the kind of people to what it is you're doing that you actually want for your business. So with that, that's it for today's episode, and I will be back with you tomorrow. Now, I do want to say that I had planned to launch speed learning for experts, and I was going to do that tomorrow. I'm going to push that out to Saturday. So that Saturday is going to be the day when we will release that product to you. And so we will just keep to our Saturday at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time date so that we don't cause any confusion in the marketplace. And so that you'll know, that's going to be a new marketer workshop title. That means then our Ultimate Insiders will get that at no cost. It's a bonus selection. So they will get that, and they will also get the first title that I do in the month. Now, if you don't want to be a they, right? I keep referring to the Ultimate Insiders as they. And you want me to refer to Ultimate Insider as you, go to the plrshow.com/insiders. And remember, that's our flagship program. That's where we do the most, and we really make that person. I see here I'm using that phrase again, where I make you the VIP, and we basically do everything for your success in order to get recurring income. That's what we are dedicated to doing. That's what we've been dedicated to doing ever since that we have started on this journey or restarted on this journey in 2020. We've been at internet marketing ever since 2011, but in 2020 we have really focused in terms of the PLR we create, in terms of the systems we create, in terms of the training we create, on you building a learning center and you using it for recurring income. And so that is really what we have been doing ever since we got started, and I think in April of 2020 when we first released Zoom. And we will continue on that path, and we will put as many people into position in order to generate a recurring income as we possibly can. Okay, so again, you can find us at theplrshow.com/insiders. We also, today, our friend Francis Ochako, he has released a PLR product. We have made that available to you at theplrshow.com/FrancisO. And I think that's it in terms of our partner PLR. And I'm looking to have a guest on very soon where we're going to be talking about software. One of the things that I don't really do a lot of, I don't really make software recommendations, especially in our newsletter, for a lot of reasons. And maybe I'll discuss that on a future show. But I do want to make sure that I make you aware of it. And so what I'm going to be doing is I'll either talk about what it is that some of the software is doing, or I will try to get the creator on. And I'm still not necessarily looking to endorse or recommend software. I've got a lot of reasons for that. But at the same time, though, I know you are all big boys and big girls who are listening. And it's not up to me to kind of keep you from it. So I do want to make you aware of some of the creators that are making making these tools available. I just won't use my newsletter in order to do that. So make sure that you are part of our newsletter. Again, you can do that at plrshow.com, and I look forward to chatting with you tomorrow. So with that, thank you very much, everybody. Have a great day and a pleasant tomorrow. Take care.